Welcome everyone, Eric here from the Mature Minded Gamers group. Welcome to our channel. Don't forget to hit that follow button. Let's get started. Arch Ravels. This is a game that's hard to say, but easy to love. This was the little darling of Gencon 21 in my opinion. They had a great display. They had things wrapped in yarn around the convention center. It was this really cute game that I've seen a lot of people talking about and carrying around. And so I was very happy when XYZ Game Labs hooked us up with a copy for review. This is a game that you can bring to the table for your family and everyone's going to have a great time. And once I got all my games home, it was the very first one that my kids picked out that they wanted to play. So let's get to it. First, we're going to hear from my kids and what they thought, and then I'm going to do an overview of the game itself. Ladies, what do you think of the game?
It was pretty fun.
It really was. It was very fun how you got to pick your characters and how they had their certain special powers that you could use, which was really nice.
And also that you could pick whatever character you want, and there's each side of each thing.
All right, you guys want to play this one again?
Yes, definitely.
Probably
All right.
on another weekend or maybe another game because we have a dinosaur game too.
That's right. All right, thank you, ladies. All right, everybody. So we played as a 4-player game. My family, my 2 daughters, and my wife and myself. We had a blast. Who you just heard from a little bit ago were my 2 children. So this age range was about perfect. The younger one, we had to help a little bit, but she did really well and had a blast. My older daughter took it and ran with it. She knew what to do and she knows her strategies. She's a seasoned board gamer at this point, so it was nothing new to her. If you look right here, you see it plays 2 to 4 people in 30 to 45 minutes, and our ages 8 and up. And again, this is by, look at the box cover here. I love the artwork in this game. This is by XYZ Game Labs. So we had a 4-player game set up here. Here's what the table looked like. Zoom out a little bit here. And so we had a 4-player game going. You have your yarn bowls right here. Move over here to this one. See, this is what the yarn tokens look like. They're all stored in this nice container. It's a games tray. It works really well. Here's the main game board. These are going to be what's called your yarn deck. There's also events in here. So when it's your actual turn on your game board here, you see you have 4 different actions you can choose from. Some players have special abilities. So if you look right here, this will be it is. This person can shop twice and then craft once. So here's your phases. You get to take 1 player action and you can shop, craft, or exchange, like it says right here, or your special ability. So what you do is you take your little marker token here and you put it on whichever one you want to do. And then you do your action and complete your turn. And then the next time you can choose a different action. It can't be the same action. So that's the only stipulation there, but you can choose any of the other 3 to do. And then, the next time you can go back up and do this one if you want. So the game's pretty simple. It's got a lot of fun cards. The artwork's fantastic. It definitely has some humor in it. There's cards that are based off of, popular pop culture. There's a scarf that looks like a Hogwarts scarf, and it's worth 9 3/4 points, which I thought was hilarious. And there's different cards like that in this game as you play. There's also events that you'll get, which is pretty cool. So when you turn over the yarn deck, it can be just a normal yarn card, or let's see if we can get an event here. All right, so here's one right here that we would have got. If you look at this card, it is a yarn sale. Take a total of 3 yarn from the supply. That's another one. So that's choose a player. Can't craft that turn. That's the cat. So the cat's kind of cool. It's got its own little meeple right here. And so if you get this effect here, you can give this to someone, and that player then can't craft the next turn. So that can be pretty devastating, especially if it's towards the end of the game or they've already used their buy action right here. And then so the next logical option is to craft in either this one where you get to do both, or this one where you craft 2. So the cat can be pretty effective at stopping somebody. I kind of like that little aspect of it, and obviously cats and yarn go hand in hand. So okay, so sometimes when you're flipping over the deck here, you'll get one of these, which is like a special item that somebody wants. This one is a unicorn, and up here in the top, that's how many points it's worth. So if you can craft this, which it takes 6 total yarn, 1 of each color to craft. So what you do when you draw this, or flip it over here in the deck, you get to choose. Do you want to try to craft this yourself, or do you want to give it to another player? Now you may ask, well, why would I give another player a chance? Well, if they don't get that project completed by the end of the game, then they actually lose points. And so it can be pretty devastating, especially late game. If you know somebody doesn't have a lot of resources and not going to be able to craft, well, you can just hand that baby to them, and it can cost them some points. Point totals are done by up here in the little corner for these. You also get points for everything you craft. So if you look at like some items right here, here's the hats are worth 2 each. You got like a scarf, you got some mittens here, and they're all worth different point values. So when you get all this crafted at the end, then you add them all up together. There's also a couple other special cards, like there's a robot right here, and if you craft it, it's worth 9 points. But the player who crafts it has like a specialization, like Eliza here. See how that little heart with the robot? So every time she crafts a robot, she gets 5 bonus points for it. So that's kind of a sweet little addition. And every character has their own little thing that they're really, really good at. The other thing that I would like to mention about this game is it is very fast once you get going after a couple rounds. So once everybody knows how to play, kind of figuring out what they want to do and kind of getting their own strategies in their head, then it goes really, really fast. And I do want to mention there's projects on the board right here. And right now we're upside down with them. Let's flip them over so we can look at them better. So these are projects. You get a different number depending on how many players are playing the game. So with a 4-player team or 4-player game, we had 10 projects in our pile here. And what happens is you look on what's on the card, and so you would take that once you had those items crafted, and you'd put it over on your side, and that would count for points for you. These are all a little bit different, and once you run out of projects, that's when the game actually ends. So when you're out of project cards, there's no more to put in the list. You wrap up the game, and then whoever's got the most total points wins. All right, I think I covered the basics. As you've seen, my daughters both really love this game. My wife enjoyed it quite a bit too. She complimented it on how cute it was, but it had a lot of strategy, more than you would think at first. So, and also look at this awesome storage in this box. Everything goes back in here nice and neat. I love it. All right, this game is done by XYZ Game Labs. Check it out, buy it online. I'll have links below directly to their website, and then you can buy it from there. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to hit that follow and subscribe button, and have yourself a great day.